Hey everybody, welcome back to Yee's the Oathen Farlang, or whatever the fuck. The Oathen Place. Anyway, let's get back to Redmond. Wonder if we can give Bob's amulet to somebody. Looks like we've got a lot more monsters on our hands all of a sudden. They're all over Felghana, instead of just in the quarry. Things could get rough with God not protecting the town by his lonesome. By the way, have you seen On? You haven't seen Anya, have you? I know there's some Ravelor missing from the house. Can't imagine what she plans on doing with it.
Hunger doesn't wait for peace. Peace waits for hunger to be sated. And my belly's roaring like a wildfire. But then, I haven't been working much, so I haven't been eating as much either. So I guess it makes sense. Adol, please, wipe out all the monsters so I can eat yummy food again without feeling like a blubbery pickard I am.
Huh. I have a rather eclectic or eclectic stock of items on hand. At least a few of them are chock full of innate spiritual energy. Not surprisingly, the vast majority of them come from that small island out in Sinead Bay. That's where belief in the spirits is most deeply rooted, after all. But, well, I have to admit, it's kind of creepy having them around, given what happened there. Not really. Well, if it isn't the new hero on the block, Adol Christian. I was just checking in for an appointment to get my spear all sharpened up and ready for action. Don't like leaving my post unattended, but that's no less dangerous than facing monsters with a dull weapon, you know. You know what my grandfather always used to tell me? He said that Ravelor is filled with the latent elemental energy of the land spirits. He always was a religious sort, though. Me, I'm not even sure there are spirits in this land, so I can't certainly say if any of them sleep inside Ravelor. I'll tell you what I do know, though. Spirits and all, Ravelor feels different than any other metal out there. Alright. That's impossible. You have 200 hunks of Ravelor on your person this very moment? Wow, you really do. I must admit that's an impressive use of space, but doesn't it hurt? My mind is blown. You ever give any thought to becoming a merchant? You'd be a good one, I think. Anyway, what do you say? 200 hunks for 10,000? Yep. Alright, the deal is done. Here's your 10,000 gold. Thanks to you, I think I've got all the Ravelor I could ever need. Everybody wins, especially me. And let me tell you, if I can sell all these in Rome, I'll be an unstoppable one-man monopoly. Oh, before I forget, I certainly do owe you for all the help you've given me. Here you go. Consider it a bonus for a job well done. Oh, hello. It's not immensely valuable, but you still should be able to get a decent price for it, if you can find a buyer. Where did it come from, you ask? Oh, I'll never tell. Consider it a businessman's prerogative. Just take it and go. Huh. Never mind trading. We don't even have food for the dinner table right now, or any other daily necessity. What does McGuire expect us to do? Is he just trying to kill us slowly and spinelessly? I've actually considered leaving town, but there are monsters everywhere out there, and I'm not trained to fight. I'd never be able to survive on my own, much less with my family. Foreigners have started saying Felghana is cursed. Damn fools, every one of them. What evidence do they have to justify that statement? Just because we have a few monsters suddenly we're cursed? Back in my day, on your way to the mine, you had to fight Diablo. Both ways! In the snow! And it was an uphill battle.
Oh, Harold.
Adol, you made it.
Pierre just got back from the castle a little while ago. Seems Bishop Nicholas made a good case in his behalf, and the Count saw fit to let him go.
Yes, he spoke far kinder things of me than I deserve. I owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude. Unfortunately, Chester was out on an errand for the Count at the time, so no answers were to be had on that front. And the bishop had no luck finding any information of the statues either, I'm afraid.
That is unfortunate, but we should take the victories we can get, and the bishop is still there, so answers may yet be forthcoming. On another note, how did your investigation of the abandoned mine go, Adol?
Adol recounted all the events that transpired in the abandoned mine and detailed the items he acquired therein. Amazing! You're like a magnet for danger!
Chinos, and Galbana. Or Gabalin, whatever. I never thought I'd hear the name again, much less in this context.
You know what it is, then?
It's an old local legend. Long ago, a great and terrible beast known as Galbalna came across the sea and took control of Felghana. He had the power to transform the people and spirits under his influence into twisted evil creatures, so it goes. But one day a hero appeared, wielding a mighty sword. He was the warrior Genos. He borrowed the powers of the gods and fought the beast. At long last, against insurmountable odds, he won. And that's about the extent of what I know, I'm afraid. Legends like that aren't too popular these days. Barely anyone remembers them, save for old coots like me.
I've certainly never heard it before. But that does remind me. I asked Bishop Nicholas earlier if he happened to know the origin of the Ilburn's ruins. Apparently, it used to be a church of sorts devoted to some long-lost pagan deity.
Interesting. Given the circumstances of late, it's not unreasonable to suspect there may be a connection. There's also one more thing that bears mentioning. Out in the Sienna Bay, there's an old deserted island we've always known by one name, Genos Island. There was once a small village there, but it was ravaged and destroyed by disease 12 years ago.
What?
It happened 3 years before you arrived, so I'm not surprised you wouldn't know about it. Genos Village never had many dealings with Redmont, and the whole tragedy was so terrible people rarely discuss it. I don't know much about the disease that killed them all, though, I'm afraid. According to the official statement from Valstein Castle, it was some sort of extremely severe fever.
This doesn't instill a lot of hope. An island named for the hero who defeated Galbanan, totally destroyed. The voice Adol heard is seeming less and less implausible and more frightening.
Indeed. Adol, Dogi's gone to speak with his master, Berhard. Perhaps you should meet with Berhard as well. He's a rather eccentric man who's chosen a life of near solitude and devoted himself to studying the land's folklore. There's no one in Felghana who would be more likely to know about Genos, Galbanan, and the statues, and maybe even that voice.
I believe I'll return to the castle and update Bishop Nicholas on what we've discussed here. If you decide to follow Dogi, Adol, I suggest you exercise caution. The Elder Mountains are not hospitable.
Perhaps you should visit Dogi's master. He's a rather eccentric man who's chosen a life of near solitude and devoted himself to studying the land's folklore. There's no one in Felghana who would be more likely to know about Genos, blah blah blah, and blah 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 blah.
So, Adol, guess you and Dogi are headed off to fight on Felghana's behalf, huh? If there's anything at all we can do to help you, just say the word. With you two fighting like storybook heroes, it looked pretty bad for the rest of us to kick up our heels, you know?
Are you home yet?
Well, you're home, but, well, your house is open. I'm sorry I made you worry, Sister Nell. And Bishop Nicholas, too. I had no idea so many people cared so much about me. I'm both flattered and embarrassed. Welcome back, Father Pierre. I'm relieved you made it home safely. I do hope, however, that you'll be more mindful of your position in the future. You had us worried sick.
Hey, Mr. Adult, you want to play a game with me?
Okay.
Really? You'll play? You're super awesome, mister. I want to play treasure hunt, except you'll be the hunter and I'll be the pirate who hid all the booty. Arr! Avast, ye scallywag. Me treasure's been hid all across this scurvy town, and you're the only one who can find it. There be 4 stashes of rich stuff. If you can find them all, you'll be the king of the pirates. Now go, before I make you walk the plank.
Okay. Can you give me a hint?
There be 4 stashes. I buried them myself.
The sneakies of his near real fancy window are. Ain't gonna be easy to get him neither. Take that, you plunderer. A fancy window? Oh, I can't double jump. Oh, hey. Aha!
Hey, Mr. Adult, there's something I want to ask you. My little Pickard buddies have been severely under the weather lately. I looked at their symptoms and it sounds like they've got themselves some kind of disease. But how? I mean, I've always pampered them and showered them with love and protection, so how come they got sick? They've never gotten sick on my watch before, certainly not this badly. I think they might be dying. They just keep getting weaker and weaker. There's an herb called a berm leaf that grows in the Eldern Mountains. It's supposed to be like a Pickard cure-all, but it's kind of rare and hard to find, and I'm way too young and fragile to scale the icy, monster-infested slopes. I just don't know what to do. What I need is a hero who will risk it all for great justice, and keep Pickards.
Are you sure people don't eat those things? Okay. So I found 2 of the... It's under a fancy window.
Eva came to my house a little while ago, and she had plenty to say, that's for sure. Mostly just nonsensical banter like old times, but that's one thing. But that's the thing, it was just like old times. Strange, no? She seemed to be in much better spirits than before, and for the life of me, I can't figure out what improved her mood. It's like the cloudy skies in her heart have begun to clear and the sun's come shining through. Spirits have been pretty low lately for obvious reasons, but I think Elna's got the right idea. Just keep moving on.
Could it be in the houses? Yeah, Felghana, looking for some work. Oh, what do they say? You'll rue the day? Yeah, I'm ruined. I swore in this ring I'd make it a full-blown night out of it. Hey, wait a sec. Why's my finger got nothing on it? Where's my damn ring? It's gone. It's really gone. Oh, I'm so screwed. Where the hell could I have lost it? I knew I had it when I left for Velstein Castle. Hey, Red, old buddy up, pal. You haven't seen a strange ring lying around conspicuously, have you? Huh? Hey, Red, can I see that ring you got there? That's my ring, alright. I recognize it anywhere. Come on, man, help a guy out. Let me have it back, will you? Oh, man, thank you. Seriously, I owe you one. You're the best, Red. In fact, you know what? I've got something I'd like to give you to show my appreciation. Talisman of War. Now I can go back home with my family and they won't bite my head off. Alright. I am so ready for anything now. Been drinking. Crystal depicting an ancient Garmanic war god increases the duration of boost mode. Okay.
Hey, Adol, have you seen Elna? I haven't seen her even once today. Where could she have wandered off to now?
Hello. They are in the houses. Elna's worked here ever since the place opened. She's probably taking a break because of the whole thing with Chester. She's a good enough cook to take Margot's place in the kitchen, though, without a doubt. Oh, hell, don't let Margot hear that. So the merchant guy is also a thief. The sneakiest one is hid under a fancy window. It looks like we've got a lot more monsters out of it. Oh, damn it. If it's not in a house, the other mountains really aren't fit for habitation at all, so I hear. Probably because they're covered with snow all year round. Wet, slippery, bone-chilling snow. Wet and bone-chilling? Not much you can do there, but slippery? I hear there's a special shoe for that. A shoe that gives you perfect friction even on the slipperiest surface. No sliding around anywhere, not even on solid ice. Sorry to ramble. You know how us merchants are. Sure, we get obsessed with rare and valuable items like that. If those shoes don't exist, though, I can't tell you how much I'd love to see them, even if just for a brief moment. Oh. I'm blind as a motherfucker. That's not hidden under a fancy... Well, okay, I guess in a way, the church has a big fancy window.
Arr, and avast, Mr. Anna. Did you find all me hidden treasure? So...
Go away, achievement.
So what do you think? Was it super tough to find them all? And it did sound like a real pirate. I bet I did. So you know what? You can keep it. You did a really good job finding it, so I'm gonna give it to you as a present. See you later, mister, but you gotta come play again real soon, okay?
Thank you, thieving child. Not that I really am gonna be using this stuff, but whatever. Oh, how much was it for... No, no! I don't wanna talk to you. So it's 24,000 for... It's 24,000. Oh. Well, and all this wandering around and stuff has... Well... I think I can make it someplace real quick. Nah, these things still only give like 3. I went wandering around the world map. The mountains are off to the left. But I found there may be a potential side quest over here. Well... Down here's the dock, and... Well... There was a jar... Oh. Well, hello. there was a jar over here that had some money in it, but I grabbed that earlier. I didn't think Elna would be here. Anyway, that's it for this episode. I guess we'll talk to her next time. Adios.